Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is the 40th part of What If Deku Was a Magical Girl Mascot, Quirk, Magical Girl Mascot. The author of this great fanfic is Emma. I believe links to them and original story in the description. Chapter 40, Metal Fight. Wolfram looked at the heroes and heroes in training. He didn't have very much information about the Toe heroes, but he did manage to get information about the heroes in training. All three of them were very powerful from what he could gather. But they were still kids, even if they were strong. Of course he aimed his attacks towards them. He touched something in the room and a metal bar was headed right for Izuku. However, a vine shot out and pulled the metal bar away. "Don't focus on the kids," said Kissy. That was when suddenly he was stomped on by Spider Legs. However, Wolfram recovered, then used a bar to grab onto one of Spider Legs' legs. "Oh, son of a bitch," muttered Spider Legs. Wolfram heaped more metal onto Spider Legs' legs. However, he had to dodge an attack from Kissy when several vines came at him. "Fighting against someone with a body-alerting quirk would be easy for you," she explained, "but against someone like me it might be a bit harder." She created another vine and used it as a lasso. "I still have my ways," said Wolfram with an evil smirk. He touched the floor. "The floor is made of metal," said Katsuki. "You have got to be kidding me," yelled Kissy. The metal floor began to move around. "You'll want to jump," said Shoto. "What?" asked Kissy. Izuku activated Tsuyu's quirk, jumped into the air and grabbed Kissy by the tongue, while Katsuki jumped into the air as well using explosions from her feet. Shoto froze the floor while trying his best to avoid the down Spider Legs. "You okay?" asked Shoto. "As fine as someone being pinned to the floor can be," muttered Spider Legs. "Do you need help out?" asked Izuku. "Well, that's probably a terrible idea right now. I'd just probably get to this," said Spider Legs. "Honestly, when I came up here I wasn't expecting to fight a guy like this. Let's all be honest here." Izuku nodded. "Hey, you create vines, right?" asked Katsuki. "Yeah," said Kissy. "What good will that do with metal?" asked Katsuki. "Not much, I can always attack him," said Kissy. "Against metal the three of us might be able to do something," said Shoto. "Thermal shock?" mentally asked Katsuki, knowing it was something that shouldn't asked aloud. Shoto nodded. It was something she learned about a long time ago. Something she always had to weary of. Wolfram glared at the three of them, getting the feeling that they had a plan. He touched a nearby wall and sent out some metal at them. Not too far away, Melissa and Tenya hid. "What should I do?" Melissa asked Tenya. "I need to do something, but I don't know what." "It's going to be fine," said Tenya. "I'm sure of it." "But," said Melissa, "you have to remain calm and not do anything rash," said Tenya. "Right now your father seems to be fine and my friends are making sure that villain won't do anything." "You're right," said Melissa. She was look around the room. After all, her new goggles did seem to be something that let her know where to hack. After all, wire and other things combined with her new abilities seemed to work. That was when she noticed a spot on the wall that her goggles was indicating that she could hack from there. "This way," said Melissa. "Right," said Tenya. And so she set about setting up her plan. Meanwhile, Wolfram was making sense of his plan. After all, he did have information about their quirks. So he started to aim attacks at all three of them. He was started by aiming at Katsuki's hands. He managed to cover one entirely in metal. "Oh, I get it," laughed Katsuki. "He doesn't know." "Know what?" mockingly asked Wolfram. "You read our files, didn't you?" asked Katsuki. "Well, did you read Deku's that he's able to power up someone's quirk?" He looked at Izuku and remembering how to mention that his quirk could power up someone's quirk along with giving a copy of a quirk he powered up. What about it? Asked Wolfram. How do you think my quirk was powers up? Asked Katsuki. Katsuki exploded her entire arm, blowing off the metal. Nice try. Laughed Katsuki. Wolfram, however, sent out more metal towards them. However, Izuku used Shoto quirk to send out a stream of fire at it, followed by Shoto sending out a stream of water. The metal he was using broke apart. But, water, said Wolfram. That was my power-up, said Shoto. Wow, you have a great quirk, kid, said Kissy to Izuku, giving the thumbs up. Powering up your friends is an awesome quirk. Well, it's just one of the aspects of my quirk, said Izuku with his tail wagging. He couldn't help it. A pro complimented his quirk. That was awesome, even if she was from another country. However, Wolfram gritted his teeth in anger. He was close to considering to use that. He didn't think he would be dealing with powerful kids who were also smart about this. That thing was meant to get to All Might after all, but he was so close to use it on them. And it was tempting. At the same time, Melissa got to a nearby spot. According to her goggles, this was a spot she would be able to hack into the system from. It might take a few minutes, but I can do it from here, said Melissa. Tenya nodded, knowing that he would have to protect her just in case. Hey! I'm about to fix this, thought Melissa. It will take a few minutes, but awesome! We'll continue fighting him, thought Katsuki. That will increase the heroes that can help us, thought Izuku. They might have to fight the villains in the ballroom though, pointed out Achiko. Oh yeah, thought Izuku. Don't worry, we have some stuff planned to distract him, thought Katsuki. Hopefully, added Shoto. Back with the fight, it was clear that Wolfram was having a hard time. Look like you're running out of usable metal in this room, mocked Kissy, who was still standing off to the side. Wolfram scowled. This room might be made of metal, but you're making sure that the stuff you're using won't damage the system because of that device you want, said Kissy. You want to finish the fight, said Katsuki. I am the pro here after all, said Kissy. She sent out her vines and tied him up. Just give us credit for this, said Katsuki. I'm fine without credit, said Izuku. Katsuki rolled her eyes at that. Don't worry, said Kissy. Of course you and friends will get credit. I wasn't able to take him down without your help. Meanwhile, Melissa had managed to break through everything. All right, I got it, thought Melissa. Thought out the set, everything calmed down as all of the robots seemed to calm down and the alerts the bomb threat was sent out. In the ballroom, all of the heroes were free from their bonds. All Might looked at the villains, who all looked at like they wanted to crap their pants. Back in the other room, David was standing in front of the computer to make sure that Sam didn't get to it. That was when both of them noticed that all of the security systems that were on were turned off, including the freed heroes. How did that happen? Asked Sam. I don't know, but I'll worry about it later, said David, glaring at Sam. Wolfram had heard this and gritted his teeth. Your plans are falling apart, just give up, said Kissy. Wolfram gritted his teeth. I was hoping to pull this out for All Might if I fought him, but look like I have no choice, said Wolfram. That was when suddenly his muscles began to grow. What? Asked Kissy. He managed to break out of her vines. Melissa, did your file say anything about having a muscle quirk? Asked Izuku. No way, thought Melissa. Because just got bigger, thought Izuku. I get the feeling like something more is going on here, thought Shoto. I'm going to call Uncle Might, thought Melissa. Meanwhile, All Might had managed to take out some of the villains, the rest being taken out by the other heroes at the party. He was running towards the elevator. That was when his phone rang. He saw it was Melissa. Melissa? asked All Might. Uncle Might, you need to come to the 200th floor, said Melissa. I was already on my way, assured All Might. Back on the 200th floor, they all looked at Wolfram. This fight had gotten more complicated, far more complicated. That will be it for this part. I hope everyone enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and comment if you want part 41. If you want to hear more from me, subscribe. I hope to see you all in the next one.